Scene script. Picture this. You're in Phoenix, Arizona, the night of March 13th, 1997. Thousands of people, looking up to the sky, witness a series of strange lights, forming a V-shape that seems to hover and then disappear. Welcome to the world of unidentified flying objects. On this particular evening, as the sun sank into the horizon, the residents of Phoenix found themselves captivated by an unusual spectacle. There, hovering in the night sky, were a series of glowing orbs forming a distinct V pattern. They were silent, they were massive, and they were unlike anything anyone had ever seen before. This event, known as the Phoenix Lights, is one of the most famous and well-documented UFO sightings in history. People from all walks of life, from everyday citizens to pilots and military personnel, reported seeing the mysterious lights. The descriptions were eerily similar. A V-shaped object several football fields in length, with a series of bright, steady lights. It moved slowly and silently against the wind and was visible for minutes at a time before disappearing without a trace. As the news of the sighting spread, so did the intrigue. The local government, under a barrage of inquiries, claimed the lights were flares dropped by the Air National Guard during a training exercise. But this explanation was met with skepticism. Many argued that the military flares couldn't account for the size, shape, and behavior of the lights. They pointed out that flares would have made noise, moved with the wind, and left smoke trails, none of which were reported by the eyewitnesses. Despite the government's attempts to explain away the event, the Phoenix Lights case remains a topic of intense debate. Skeptics argue it was a misinterpretation of man-made objects, while believers maintain it was an extraterrestrial encounter. This case has become a touchstone in UFO lore, sparking a surge in interest and setting the stage for a new era of UFO sightings and research. With no definitive explanation, the Phoenix Lights sighting left a mark on the public, igniting a fascination with the unknown. But the Phoenix Lights were far from the first UFO sighting. Reports of unusual objects in the sky have been part of human history for centuries. Indeed, strange aerial phenomena are not a product of the modern age. Going back to ancient times, there are instances where one can find references to unexplainable objects in the sky. For instance, the annals of ancient Egypt and Greece bear accounts of fiery discs and flying shields. These descriptions, while primitive in their understanding, depict objects that seem to defy the known laws of physics of their time. Moving forward in time, we find similar accounts in the folklore and narratives of various cultures across the globe. In medieval Europe, for example, there are tales of mysterious airships that moved with an intelligence of their own. Some of these accounts are even immortalized in artworks, such as the 15th century painting, The Madonna with Saint Giovannino, where a strange object can be seen in the sky behind the Madonna. In the East, ancient Chinese and Japanese texts too speak of celestial chariots and floating vessels. These accounts, often associated with divine intervention or spiritual phenomena, are fascinating to revisit with our modern understanding of technology and space travel. The indigenous cultures of the Americas are no strangers to these stories either. From the sky people of the Navajo to the star beings of the Lakota, there is a rich tradition of stories and legends that speak of beings and objects from the sky. Then, we have the famous Nuremberg incident in the 16th century, where hundreds of people witnessed what they described as an aerial battle between strange objects in the sky. The event, documented in a local newspaper, remains one of the most compelling historical UFO sightings. These historical accounts, while varied in detail, all share a common thread: the presence of unexplainable objects in the sky. With our modern lens, we might interpret these as early encounters with UFOs. But whatever they were, these stories remind us that the fascination with the unknown, the unexplained, and the sky above us is deeply ingrained in our history and our psyche. Fast forward to the 20th century, a time when UFO sightings took a turn towards the mainstream, sparking widespread interest and even fear. In the heart of this modern UFO era, we find the notorious Roswell incident of 1947. As the story goes, an unidentified flying object crashed in the deserts of New Mexico. The military claimed it was a weather balloon, but many believe it was a cover-up for something far more extraterrestrial. This event, whether fact or fiction, fueled the public's fascination and apprehension about life beyond our planet. The decades that followed were filled with strange lights in the sky, unexplainable phenomena, and countless stories from those who claimed they had seen these unidentified objects. Pilots, military personnel, even astronauts reported sightings, adding credibility to the UFO phenomena. Perhaps the most intriguing of these are the reports from military pilots. These highly trained observers have reported encounters with objects that move in ways that defy our understanding of physics. Objects that can hover, accelerate, and change direction with an agility that is far beyond our current technology. In response to these growing reports, governments around the world established official investigations into UFO sightings. In the United States, projects such as Blue Book, Sign, and Grudge were launched to investigate these phenomena. Despite their efforts, many of these investigations ended with inconclusive results, fueling further speculation and mystery. As we entered the 21st century, advancements in technology have allowed us to keep a closer watch on the skies. With more satellites, more cameras, and more eyes looking up, the number of UFO sightings has only increased. Some are easily explained, while others remain a mystery, leaving us with more questions than answers. So, as we continue to peer into the cosmos, we must also look closer to home. For it seems that the skies above us are teeming with mysteries that are waiting to be unraveled. With advanced technology and more eyes in the sky than ever before, the number of UFO sightings has only increased, leaving more questions than answers. Today, the interest in UFOs is stronger than ever, fueled by declassified government documents and high-profile endorsements. The fascination with the unknown, the unexplained, the otherworldly is reaching new heights. Governments around the world, including the United States, are openly acknowledging the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena, further stoking the flames of curiosity. This era is ripe with UFO-related content, with a surge in TV shows and documentaries dedicated to exploring these enigmatic occurrences. From eyewitness accounts to expert analysis, these programs delve deep into the mystery, inviting viewers on an exhilarating journey beyond the ordinary. UFO sightings and reports are no longer relegated to the fringes of society or the stuff of science fiction. They have entered mainstream conversation, sparking debates and theories and prompting serious scientific inquiry. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, it's clear that the allure of the unknown continues to captivate us. So, what have we learned about UFOs? They've been part of our history for centuries. They've sparked worldwide interest, and they continue to baffle us. From the enigmatic Phoenix Lights to countless sightings throughout history, the UFO phenomenon has been a constant source of fascination and intrigue. In recent times, this curiosity has not waned, but rather intensified, with modern phenomena keeping us on our toes. We've seen that the UFO narrative is not confined to a particular era or region. It's a global and timeless mystery that appeals to our innate desire to explore the unknown. The lure of what lies beyond our earthly domain, the possibility of extraterrestrial life, and the quest for answers keeps us ever engaged. In the end, whether UFOs are alien spacecraft, natural phenomena, or something else entirely, their existence reminds us that there's still so much we don't know about our universe.